Hi everyone, Bronwyn here with Uproar.car, your trusted advisor on all things car related, helping you save money, time, and avoid all the pitfalls of the automotive industry. Be sure to like this video and of course subscribe to our channel. Also follow us on our social media, and of course you can go straight to our website by clicking right here. Today's topic is the top 10 maintenance tips that every car owner should know. Let's get started. Our cars are one of our top assets. I mean, in terms of the price tag, many of our cars are very expensive. We spend all of this time researching what we can afford. We spend all of this time researching what we want. I mean, it's important, right? Our cars get us where we need to go, but they also add to our quality of life. So we are going to discuss the top 10 maintenance tips that every car owner should perform on their car on a regular basis. If you want to protect your investment and extend the life of your vehicle, these are tips that you absolutely must know. Okay, tip number 1 sounds basic, but it is so important. You need to regularly inspect your vehicle. That simply means give it a walk around. When people say kick your tires, literally you need to kick your tires. You're looking for any outward signs of wear, tear, body damage, mirrors hanging off, anything that affects the outwardly appearance of your car could absolutely affect how your car operates. Tip number 2 is check your air filter regularly. Of course, an air filter is exactly what it sounds like. So you are looking to make sure that your air filter fits properly, and most importantly that it is not clogged. The air filter is the number 1 item on your car that keeps your engine healthy. Be sure to check your air filter. Tip number 3 is to check your tire pressure on a regular basis. Listen, this has probably happened to each one of us. We all of a sudden notice that our car is riding a little bit wobbly, kind of shaky. That has everything to do with your tire pressure, which in turns affect the alignment of your car. So what you're looking for is just making sure that your tires are properly inflated. Do yourself a favor and get a tire gauge. If you don't want to be bothered with it, become very familiar and friendly with your local tire shop, because your tires not only impact the comfort of your ride, but ultimately the safety of you and all the passengers in your car. Tip number 4 is to clean your engine's exterior. I am a girl who loves to wash my own car. And the reason that I do that is because when you put your own hands on your own vehicle, you immediately notice when something is a little awry, when something is not quite right. So when you are washing your car or having your car washed, make sure that that engine exterior is clean. In order for the car to perform at its maximum capacity, you need to have an engine that is breathing properly and working correctly. If you don't keep that engine clean or clean it properly, very small items like brake fluid leaking or other fluids from other areas of the car, or when you're doing maintenance, if those items collect on your engine over time, it will erode the performance. So you're checking to make sure that the engine is clean of all debris and other fluids. Tip number 5 is to protect your headlights. Of course, we know we can get tickets by the officers when our headlights are not working or when they are out. What you need to do is pull up to a building of some sort, turn your lights on, make sure that they are illuminated properly. You also need to walk all the way around your car, check your turn signals, left, right, front, back, make sure that everything is in working order. This is for your safety as well as for the proper functions of your car. If those headlights need to be replaced, you should be the first person to know that. Tip number 6 is to check your battery. A lot of times we wait until the car starts to hesitate or it's hard to start. Well, that's not the time to check for your battery. You need to check that battery on a regular basis. This is the most important component to your engine running properly. You can always take your battery to a auto parts store and they will test your battery for you. There are also many kits that you can just purchase and have around. They will also test the capacity of your battery. This will keep you from getting into any kind of problems with your car not starting or your battery wearing down and you being unaware of it. Speaking of your battery, make sure that in the back of your car, you always keep your own set of booster cables. It's very, very important. One maintenance tip leads to another maintenance tip. Tip number 7 is all about spark plugs. Spark plugs are so important. I know I sound like I'm getting really excited right now. I am, because you have to think about the spark plug as exactly what it is. It ignites your engine. And if your spark plugs are going bad or they are not working properly, or God forbid you have spark plugs that blow at an inopportune time, you need to make sure you check your spark plugs. Is this something that we all know how to do? Maybe, maybe not. But you know who does know how to do that? Your local mechanic. So make friends with your local mechanic or go to your auto parts store, go to your dealership. They will check your spark plugs for you. And if they need to be replaced, you will be advised to replace the spark plugs. Because remember, once again, they are what makes your car run properly and absolutely run efficiently. So once again, be sure to change those spark plugs when needed. Tip number 8 goes right back around to your tires. You need to get your tires rotated and balanced. You really do need to have a very good relationship with a tire shop in your neighborhood. There are lots of them, of course. You know, the big name brands, Firestone and stores like that. They absolutely are experts in making sure that your car is running well, especially tires being balanced and rotated. We talked about the tire pressure, which you need to check once a week. But in terms of balancing your tires, rotating your tires, that depends on the terrain that you drive in, the city, the streets that you drive on, how well the streets are maintained. There are lots of elements that can really throw your car out of balance. And the way to keep it running safely, effectively, efficiently, is to get those tires rotated on a regular basis. You should check your owner's manual to make sure you know what your tire pressure should be. Another quick tip is that the tire pressure, all of that is listed in the panel side of the driver's door. So you can always know what your tire pressure should be. As in terms of the rotation, again, your local mechanic or someone at your local tire shop will be able to tell you when those tires need to be balanced and rotated. Again, please don't ignore this. This is very much for your safety as well as the performance of your vehicle. Tip number 9 is to make sure that your cooling system is working properly. Your cooling system is really what flushes out the car. It keeps everything moving through the car properly. One of the things you're looking for is you want to make sure there is not a buildup. So you will have to get that system flushed out on a regular basis. That is super important. Again, this is one of those areas where you might not be able to do it yourself, but information is power. So you know you need to have that radiator flushed out. You know you need to have your cooling system working properly. Just add it to your top 10 checklist of maintenance tips that you should be aware of. Tip number 10 is probably the most important, and this tip is all about your warning lights. You absolutely have to know what those warning lights mean. Browin, really? Yes, really. You do not want to drive down the street, have a warning light come on, and think that is something simple when it could be something very problematic. My tip to you is this. Befriend your owner's manual. That's very, very important. One of the most important sections that you should have dog-eared, that you should have little tabs, is the section that tells you what every warning light means. That will give you the heads up on how to keep your car operating properly, which is very, very important. Those are your top 10 maintenance tips. Again, please write them down, internalize them, do whatever you need to do to keep your car running properly and to keep yourself safe in your vehicle. Please remember, drop any questions or comments in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.